What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here with your second stimulus check update. We're going to hear the latest news of what is going on with the stimulus package that they now need to pass by Sunday, or else the government will shut down, and it looks like there will be no more government extensions. In addition to that, we're going to talk about the stimulus checks of whether they will be $600 or $1,200. We're going to hear from Ron Johnson and Mitch McConnell regarding what will be in this package. And make sure to watch all the way to the end of the video for this one because I have some special guests that will be appearing on camera for you. Okay, we got a lot to cover. Let's jump right in. Don't forget to give this video a like, and if you're new, subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new videos. Okay, first up, the U.S. continues to see higher virus positive cases and deaths as the trend continues to go up. We just seen our second highest day ever of new cases with 251,000 new positive cases just yesterday alone, and deaths are also within a day or two of the high with 2,800 people just yesterday, and the high of just a few days ago, 3 days ago, with 3,600 people in just one day. In addition to that, Chicago Area Hospital has paused vaccinations after 4 different workers have experienced adverse side effects. A hospital north of Chicago has temporarily paused virus vaccinations for its staff after 4 employees experienced adverse reactions that included tingling and elevated heart rates, according to their report. Also, the United Kingdom is actually creating a brand new Tier 4 lockdown that has never been seen before. Tier 3 has been their highest lockdown previously, as they have a new virus strain linked to a new surge in cases. The UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson said he imposed a new round of restrictions for London and much of southern England after officials said they have identified a brand new strain that can spread more quickly and is believed to be linked to a rise in infections across their areas. Johnson said that the capital and the UK and other areas that are currently under Tier 3 lockdowns, the highest level of restrictions, will move to an even stricter brand new Tier 4 that requires non-essential shops, hairdressers, and indoor leisure venues to close after the end of business hours on Saturday. In the US, a federal agency says employers can require workers to get the vaccine or not be able to work. A key federal agency said this week that employers can legally require their workers to get the vaccine and prevent them from entering their workplaces if they refuse. The U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, in guidance issued on Wednesday, said that they required a test would not violate the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990. The law bars employers from requiring medical exams such as blood tests that seek, but this does not violate that, and they can make this mandatory if the business chooses so. Let me know your thoughts on that down below in the comments. Do you think businesses should be able to require workers to take the vaccine, and if they don't, that they won't be allowed to go to work at all? Also, let me know what you think about children having to possibly do this going to school, because we know that there are vaccinations that some children need to take, or else they will not be allowed to school. And I personally think that they are going to require that of the coronavirus vaccine sometime going forward in the future. On the stimulus package and the stimulus check, let's hear from Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell what he said just a few minutes before this recording on the stimulus package.
We need to finalize government funding legislation for next year, and we need to pass these measures with a big bipartisan vote and get them signed into law without further delay. We need cooperation and focus from all sides. There is a kind of gravitational pull here in Congress where, unless we are careful, any major negotiation can easily slide into an unending catalog of disagreements. Let's guard against that. The American people have already waited for more assistance longer than they could afford. In my judgment, they've waited far too long for a relief package of the same general size and scope that Senate Republicans have been proposing literally since last summer. Every one of us in the Senate and the House represent American families who simply cannot wait any longer for Congress to conclude these discussions. Every day that we delay may very well cost more small businesses their survival, cost more American workers their jobs, and yes, cost more Americans their very lives. We've had productive discussions this week. I appreciate the good faith spirit that has characterized my talks with Democratic leaders, Speaker Pelosi, Leader McCarthy, Secretary Mnuchin, but the American people cannot feed their families or pay their bills with Congress' good faith discussions. They need us to act. We need to conclude our talks, draft legislation, and land this plane.
As we have heard before, the only enemy of a good stimulus package is a perfect stimulus package, because neither side will ever agree to a perfect stimulus package. Anything that the Democrats think is perfect, the Republicans hate. Anything the Republicans hate, or anything the Republicans find as a perfect package, the Democrats hate. So there will be no perfect package. There will never be a package that everybody is okay with. There has to be compromise, and that means both sides giving in a little, and some people will always be unhappy. Speaking of being unhappy, Senator Ron Johnson from Wisconsin, who blocked the $1,200 stimulus check vote from both Senator Bernie Sanders and Senator Josh Hawley, is trending across the internet. Fire Ron Johnson. He defends himself and says, "I'm not heartless," after blocking both stimulus checks of $1,200.
Every senator in this chamber shares his concern for people who are hurting because of this COVID pandemic. Businesses have closed, people are on unemployment, people are in need through no fault of their own. This was an act of God, and that's one of the reasons why I certainly supported the CARES Act. I do want to talk a little bit about past stimuluses. I personally don't believe they do much to stimulate the economy. I think the best way to stimulate the economy is, again, what this administration has done. Lower regulation to a reasonable level. Nobody argues for no regulations. We need a reasonable level, and have a competitive tax system.
So Ron Johnson thinks that we'll be able to help people right now during this pandemic who are in immediate need of food and money to pay their bills, pay their rent, and buy things for their children for Christmas by lowering regulations and having a competitive tax systems. And he thinks that passing more money in a stimulus checks right now is completely frivolous and is unneeded. And this is the kind of thinking that these people get elected with. And I don't know. We'll see if he gets reelected again. But one thing we do know is Senator Josh Hawley, who is also a Republican senator, has completely different line of thinking.
And that is why the least this body can do is to provide direct relief to every working American who needs it. What we did back in March, that every senator voted for, $1,200 for every working individual, $2,400 for working couples, $500 for kids and dependents. It's the least that we can do. It should be the first thing that we can do. And as these negotiations drag on, fixated and focused and hung up on who knows what issues, let's start with this. Let's send a message to working families that they're first, not last, that they are the most important consideration, not some afterthought. Let's send that message today. Surely we can agree that the working people of this country deserve relief. And if we're going to spend hundreds of billions of dollars on bailing out this, that, and the other, surely we could start with reasonable, modest relief to the working people in need in this nation. I just want to say this: nothing could be more targeted. No relief could be more important than relief for working people.
The good news is there is going to be some type of stimulus check in this stimulus package of at least $600. They're fighting for $1,200, and there will be at least a $300 per week unemployment extension, where it looks like at least 3 months, possibly 4 months. In addition to money for rental assistance and food assistance and different type of buckets of money that I will help you guys claim once they pass this bill. Can you tell them who's on your shirt? Baby Yoda, yeah. And what does your shirt say? The force is strong
with this child.
with this child. Say yay! And tell them what you get as your reward for coming over here and sitting down for 10 seconds. What is that? What is that? What are you eating?
I'm eating crackers.
Candy canes?
Who's coming soon to see you? Who's coming?
And Papa.
But,
Papa's coming
but who's
too.
gonna
Yeah.
come and bring you presents?
Yato.
Santa.
Can you say Merry Christmas?
Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, and I'm here with my beautiful wife, Laurel, who I've had so many comments from you guys saying you missed her. Where have you been, Laurel?
I have been feeling just splendid. Haven't had a good couple of days, so.
Yeah, Laurel has a lot of kidney pain every day from a condition she has called MSK.
Mm-hmm.
And the doctors don't want to give her pain pills for it, so she just has very minimal pain relief.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It is what it is, right?
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Laurel, what do you think about the stimulus package that they're probably going to pass?
Well, specifically between like Ron Johnson and Josh Hawley.
Ron Johnson, he's your favorite guy, right?
No.
What? I thought you were saying how cool he was, and
I understand that he's concerned about the national debt and whatever. But the thing is that the last time that every single senator voted yes for the first stimulus check in March. And it's been 9 months since then. 9 months of people being out of work this whole time. 9 months of people not being able to make a living. Like, it's worse now than it was then.
yeah, especially
So,
with cases and deaths.
so why not give another stimulus check at the bare minimum of $1,200?
Oh, because now he's worried about the budget and the deficit. Now, he's worried about the deficit.
I mean, even Jerome Powell said to not worry about the deficit right now.
And that's the thing about America is there's always people with completely different opinions. You can go up and say the sky is blue, and they'll be like, nah, I think it's bluish green.
Mm-hmm.
Especially these Republicans and Democrats are so far apart sometimes on everything. It's just crazy. What else did you think about the season finale of The Mandalorian? The Mandalorian is a Star Wars series on Disney Plus. The final episode of season 2 just ended. That's where your boy Baby Yoda comes from.
Mm-hmm. It was really good.
Without having any spoilers,
good.
what did you?
It was very good, and when I saw certain things at the end when we were trying to figure out who
that mystery character
person was, I knew who it was after like seeing 2 things. I was like, oh, that's gotta be who it is. There's nobody else it could be.
And then you're like, but is it? But is it?
I know. I started questioning myself. Yeah.
So what's interesting is that I think they're going to have a couple different other Star Wars series going on, following different people, following possibly that new person, following that other Padawan that we seen earlier in the season with the 2 lightsabers. That person's really cool.
And if you haven't watched it yet, or if you watched it, you need to make sure that you watch past the end credits because there's a little surprise at the end. So if you watched it and you missed it, you need to go back and watch that again.
Is the surprise you jumping out saying stimulus checks are here?
I wish, right?
Hopefully soon, right? I think that we're just about there, but hopefully, like Mitch McConnell said, I don't agree with Mitch McConnell very often, but I do agree with him here. They need to just get this deal done and not keep trying to alter the deal.
Yeah.
Because the more they bicker about it, they should just pass it now.
Yeah.
And like Mitch McConnell says, there's more stimulus coming in January. He knows that the Biden administration is going to make them pass more. So that's why I kind of feel like this package might be a little on the lower side because the Republicans know they have to pass more.
Mm-hmm.
So like if they pass $2 trillion, then there wouldn't be more coming.
Yeah.
I think they have to just take what they can get at this point.
Well, they just need to get relief out to the people who need it right now. And I mean, we know that they're going to have to send some money to the states and local government. So that'll probably come next month.
Absolutely. That's what I think. Next month is money for states and cities, which some rental assistance will come out of that, and another round of stimulus checks, whether it be another 600 or if they push for 1,200. If we do get the 600 and the 600, at least we would get the 1,200 there kind of in 2 payments.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos. You can click this top video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. Thanks, and I will see you in the next video.
Merry Christmas!
Bye-bye, Tata.
Nice.
Oh, oh.
Do it again.
Oh, oh.
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, we're getting messy
Oh,
now with
no.
this chocolate. Oh, I don't want that hand. Ooh. Ew! It's
This is our life.